You are now listening to Sentinel SoundBytes.
So we are live. All right.
Hello and welcome back to the Sentinel SoundBytes podcast, where today on the campus of the Alabama School of Cyber Technology and Engineering, it is move-out day, it is awards day, it is the last day of school, it is a bunch of things, and we are so fortunate to be joined by one of our residential students and her father. We have Miss Carolyn Robertson and her father, Alan. Appreciate you guys joining us first off. Carol, I'm going to start with you and just say, how you feeling right now? Like, it's the last day of school. You've made it. You've survived your first year at ASCTE. How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm definitely a little sad to leave because a lot of the res kids, we live so far apart.
Yeah.
So we're going to be leaving a lot of our friends today. But, you get to go home, see your family, have fun with some old friends. So it's kind of a mixed emotions of, I'm really happy and excited, but I'm also kind of sad.
Yeah. Well, Dad, same question to you. How are we feeling right now? You know, just finished year one, and where are your emotions right now?
Well, I'm really proud of her and all that she's accomplished this year, and I'm really glad to have her home for a change.
Mm-hmm.
Because we thought when we thought we would get to see her probably every weekend or the other weekend when she moved here. We're glad to have her home because she enjoys staying here. She has found her friends here, and she loves staying here.
Oh, that's wonderful. So just to talk about you guys are from Wadowee. Great place, great lake, great times. So there is that piece where you are a residential student with us because of the distance. And Dad, I'm going to start with you on this, going all the way back to the beginning of this process and when maybe just the name ASCTE made it into your ears for the first time and this became a possibility. How was that for you guys in thinking about, hey, my daughter's going to go to school 3 hours away, and really how you felt about it at the beginning, maybe not so much now?
Well, I was very hesitant. Caro was aware of the school before I was. She found it, and she found the school and was impressed by it, and she sold me on this school. She found all the good things about this school, and she convinced me how wonderful it is. Then we came and took the tour. Then I knew that the tour was what sold me. To see this building, to see the facilities, to see the staff, to see the atmosphere here, couldn't beat it. I was on board at that moment.
That's amazing. And Caro, kind of same to you, but through the lens of you brought the news of this school to your family. Was it something, thinking about living in a dorm, was that like an attractive piece to you? Was that a hesitant piece? Like, what was that, what drew you, or was that a hesitancy kind of going in?
It was kind of both. Honestly, I was definitely very nervous about moving because we'd always been in the same place. I had grown up with all of the same people from kindergarten to 9th grade. So I was definitely a little hesitant to leave all of my friends and my people, but definitely I was really excited to come to live in the dorms, to have that new experience. It was really appealing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, in still thinking on that piece, and Dad, I'm going to flip back to you here and ask, with that, so you guys, make the decision, we get to school here, we move in, we start, we get going. What are maybe some things early on that you guys learned about, this is a part of the process that maybe we didn't expect? I think there's things that a family can expect when their kid goes in the independence, but what were maybe some things you guys learned along the way that were not maybe so scripted and like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Long distance parenting. Long distance parenting was a real challenge, because here, just like everywhere else, you can have great days, you can have tough days. Everybody has great days and tough days. And I've always wanted to be there to celebrate and to cheer her on those great days and, promote her and just be with her and celebrate with her and just, bank that positive momentum for a rainy day. And then on the tough days, to be able to talk to her on the phone, try to put the situation in perspective or to muster up some fatherly wisdom, whatever I could find to help her out. So the long distance parenting was something I just didn't see in advance. I see it now, that it's made it work.
I love it.
It was worth it.
That's awesome. Well, kind of same question to you. What were some things that you learned this year? I mean, certainly when you take on this venture, you're going to learn some independence, but what were some maybe little things that you didn't expect to figure out along the way?
Definitely just It was a very new experience at my old school. It was more on the academic side. I didn't have to study as much or do as much. It just kind of came naturally.
Yeah.
But coming here, I definitely learned that you have to study really well.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of adapt to that pretty quickly because it's definitely a bigger workload and you just have to do more. So definitely just the learning how to study and do it properly.
Well, and you also balance that. You are very involved, clubs, athletic teams. So kind of enlighten us on all the things that you're involved with here at Campus Life while handling those studies, all the things that you do.
Yeah, so I played volleyball here. I was a captain on JV. I'm currently in Cyber Patriot and I'm in drama. So they're a lot of fun. They're very different clubs. They kind of don't seem like they go together, but they're a lot of fun because volleyball, it's just a great environment. You have so many people coming out to support you. And then drama, the people, the place, because I had never done drama before. I was just kind of hanging out with some friends. And one day they were having auditions for The Old Man and the Old Moon, the show that we just did. And they were like, Miss Krause looked at me. She was like, Carrie, you want to audition? And I was like, I hadn't planned on it. Like, I was just going to kind of sit here and watch. She was like, you should audition. So I ended up auditioning and getting a role in The Old Man and the Old Moon. And it was such an amazing experience to learn what goes into drama and putting on a show, but also just kind of learning the people. It was really, really great.
That's amazing. Well, appreciate you sharing that. And kind of changing gears now, Dad, I'm going to bounce back to you. If you were talking now to maybe a prospective family or a family, particularly the parents that are maybe considering making this move or just finding out about this school and going, man, there's a lot of questions, what would you share with them that you know now about some of those hesitations or perceptions that may come with letting your child move hours away and live in a dorm? And what would be your advice to those parents right now?
A couple things come to mind on that of how I've been so impressed with how informed the school keeps the parents. There's a constant flow of information to the parents of what's going on, both macro and micro perspectives. So I was very impressed with how well the school keeps the parents informed. And I would tell that to prospective parents. The school's going to let you know what's going on. The school is keeps you well informed, and be prepared for your child to find their tribe here and to become involved and maybe not come home every weekend that you thought they were going to come home. That was a real surprise to us because I looked at the calendar and I thought, okay, we're going to come home on these days and we'll get to see her again. And she found her people here and has, outside of the mandatory go home weekends, she wants to stay because of all that's going on here. The residential activities, they do so many things. Let's just look back at the calendar over the year of all the residential activities they've done. It's impressive. Whoever scheduled those does a great job, and it keeps those kids involved, and they laugh together and they play together and they have fun together, which builds a better school community anywhere, but especially here.
Well, and we're going to come back to that kind of building school community and thoughts on that because I think you have some interesting perspective both as a parent here and as an administrator in a school system. Caro, he touched on kind of some activities that the Res Life was involved in. Share with us, if you don't mind, maybe a couple of events or activities you did this year as you look back on the year that you really enjoyed, a couple of those events that really stood out to you, or maybe and also maybe a thing or two that you did that you might not have been exposed to had you not been here.
Yeah, definitely. So by far my favorite event that we went to was the Havoc hockey games. So we went to two this year. It was really, really fun because you get the tickets, you get to go for the full game. You have pretty good seats, and it's such an amazing experience. And I had never been to a hockey game. It was just kind of a thing you see on TV that was just new. Mm-hmm. So getting to go to a hockey game was definitely a lot of fun. Some other things that we did, we went ice skating at Big Springs Park.
Yeah, Big Spring Park, yep.
So that was a lot of fun because, again, I haven't really gone ice skating much. And it was an amazing experience getting just to have fun with all my friends and getting to go and just see new things. It's a lot of fun. They definitely, since the activities committee, what plans all of our events is run by kids, it kind of really represents what is fun and what we want to do. And they make a lot of events like really, really fun, and it's really, really great.
Yeah, no, it's always interesting to see. And then like you guys have different like heritage food nights and all these. I mean, it's just constant exposure to different things. Was there anything that you did this year that was like way out of your comfort zone that you just felt like being here helped push you to do it? I know you mentioned drama earlier being something you didn't do, but is there anything like any experience or activity you took part in that you're like, man, being here helped me do something I wasn't necessarily interested in or comfortable doing?
Haunted trail.
Haunted Trail was an event we went on this year, and I'm not big into scary things, so that was definitely an experience.
Okay.
It was very fun. Looking back now, it's hilarious, but I was definitely the scared one in the group. And normally on haunted trails, they'll try to scare the scared one more. So it was definitely an interesting experience.
The way he's laughing, there had to be some stories behind the scene. Yeah, that's
It was very interesting. But definitely the biggest thing was drama, because I have never really been a theater kid.
yeah.
I had always like kind of looked at it and said that I really wanted to do it, but I had never just tried it. So this year it definitely pushed me to try that, and I loved it. I'm so thankful to Miss Krause and the people in drama for pushing me to audition and to try it, because it was a really, truly amazing experience, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I love it. Well, I'm going to ask you one more question through the lens of Dad, and then we're going to shift to that educator side. What are some things, and as she's sitting here now, some growth that you experienced that maybe that you look back on now and you're like, man, I feel like my daughter really got the chance to grow in these regards because of her experience here at the school this year?
She has always been an independent person, but her experience here has really taken her to the next level of taking care of the things she needs to take care of, getting her clothes washed. She was doing that before she moved here, but now that she's here and has to share washing machines with other people and, balance that out, she has learned to look at the horizon, see what's coming up, what to do to prepare for it, how to be ready for it, and how to budget in some fun time, which she's done. But she did all that successfully, and I think she successfully budgeted her time, and I've been very impressed with that. There was a time back in the fall, she just turned her ankle right before volleyball started or early in the volleyball season. She turned her ankle. We weren't sure if it was twisted or broken or what. And I'm 3 hours away. Mom and I are 3 hours away, so the resident staff, the Res Life staff, took her to the doctor to have it X-rayed. They took care of her. They looked after her. I was in constant contact with them. They were in constant contact with me, and they took great care of her. It turns out, thank goodness, it was no big deal. It was just a little bit of a turned ankle, but she did fine. But I took a lot of comfort knowing and learning from that how quickly the resident staff responded, how much they took care of her. It was a big relief for me. For the parents out there that have some hesitation about sending your child off to school, we were hesitant too. I was worried about it. I fretted over it. I was worried about not being here for her on the tough days. But this school is a place that the kids are well cared for. They are coached. They are led. It's just a great place. And I learned quickly I can trust this place.
Okay, very cool. Well, now I told you, so to give people behind the scenes, you serve as a principal at a school in Medali, and I want to allow you to talk from that lens. You've been talking through us at a parent lens, but as an educator and someone who's had a great career in education, just your views on the school, whether it be from just the academic side or some things that that you've come to appreciate about. You mentioned the culture here or things like that, and just talk through that lens for a second.
Well, I think the schools across America, not just in Alabama, but schools across America struggle to find ways to motivate kids, to engage kids, to keep kids involved, and to bring that enthusiasm to the kids. And from what I have seen here from Carol and all the students that I've seen, ambassadors and this walkthroughs of the building, the students come to this school encouraged and engaged and enthusiastic. They come to the front door with a willingness to want more. They want more. They want to know what's out there. They're excited about the future. And so she is, I feel like the school here does not have to spend a lot of time convincing the kids that this is relevant. The kids already know. The students at the school realize they've got something here and they're going for it.
I love it.
They see a bright future and they're hungry for it. The students here show up with enthusiasm. They recognize the opportunity they have here, and they see the staff here, and they feel the spirit here, and they laugh together, and they work together. And the students here are on the move. They are going to make a difference in this world, in whatever they do. These are the movers and shakers. And I sense that.
That's incredible. I appreciate you sharing that, and just appreciate you guys taking the time to join us today. I know, I guess you'll go pack box. Well, first you'll probably go win some awards, and then go pack some boxes and move out. So a fun day today. Appreciate you guys taking a couple minutes to be with us, and look forward to all the things you do in the future. And just appreciate you sharing your daughter with us, and allowing her to be a part of this experience here at ASCTE.
So we are live. All right.